merging now. Have mercy now. All right. Hello. Welcome everybody. Happy Thursday. Okay. I hope it's not a thumping Thursday. I hope it's more like a thorough Thursday than a thumping Thursday. Look, everybody's not on here to be fighting. Okay. Hooked up in drama. Okay. Nonstop infinite drama. Okay. That'll last your lifetime and go into your next generation's lifetime. No. I think some people want to be bogged down, you guys, just with drama, you know. I guess because there's a reward that comes with that, and I guess the reward would be increased views. I guess that's probably the guarantee, but it doesn't guarantee your subscribers. I guess that depends on who you are, but it doesn't. I've seen people in drama all year and really didn't do well in the subscriber department. I guess it depends on your past or your background, your rap sheet here, the shit that people know the history. When people refer to the history, but the shit that people have that you're known to do and your reputation. But I wanted to talk about modding and what I'm learning. Modding, and yes, I have been around for years, but modding is new to me. Modding is more new than the whole content creator thing because I became a content creator, which is still fairly new. I feel and I think it hasn't even been a year yet. But I didn't mod it. I never modded until after I became a content creator, you guys, because I never really had a presence down in the chats. Even the channels that I would frequent, the different channels I would click the link on. I never modded or anything like that. So I'm learning some things about modding. I don't have all the answers going into these new unfamiliar things, and I'm learning that sometimes information can kind of clash, or my personality can clash with new information that I'm receiving. Just with the whole modding thing. And I would like to say oh no, I'm 100% this easy person, the best mod. And, I get it right all the time and I can be 100% professional. But I don't know if I can. I'm gonna share with you guys a realization that I came into with modding. Then I'm thinking yo, man, you cannot do this. Fuck the professionalism shit, but you can't really do this for nobody. I wouldn't I can mod for myself. Well, I can mod my own channel, but I can't step out of myself and mod for my own channel the way my mods can. How about that? But yeah, if they weren't there or if I never assigned any mods, yeah, I still would have the ability to moderate my own channel, the same powers I would, that mods receive, I already have as a channel holder. So that I do know. But here's the thing. There's a woman, and I don't mind saying your name. I really don't know you, know much of you. I've seen much of you. We had these little cordial exchange. To me, those exchanges were not deep. It's not like we were building a relationship or anything like that. But the exchanges was more like the niceties that we exchange with people. That it was customary. Like, hey, hello, how are you? How's your day? Like equivalent to that. It's equivalent to that. Also, I've seen like little posts you made, and a lot of your posts I agree with. So yeah, that added to me saying, oh, I like her, because I went around saying this shit. um I didn't go around like volunteering it, but like if your name happened to come up, I would say, oh, I like it. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Empress. I think it's Empress Janet Wonderland. And I would speak to you every time I saw you. Even if I didn't see you, I would if I sensed you were in the room, I would say, hey, what's up? And just recently, maybe yesterday, recently, just that recently, you had spoke to me and I didn't speak back, and I don't think I can speak back to you anymore. Personally, I'm not going to create like a hostile atmosphere with you, but until I actually have to talk to you to get an explanation from some shit that was played for me and I heard, I'm like, because no, like, there's just no way. But sis, people were speaking about you, well, yeah, in an unfavorable way. They weren't like dragging you, but they were speaking about you in an unfavorable way, and my natural response was how I did in front of you. I'm like, oh, I like her. That was the extent of it. But then after that, I began getting questions. Like, what do you mean you like her? And these were from people that have like a much extended history with you, because they come, yeah, they were around you when you were in the other sector before you entered the B sector. I'm from the B sector. I don't know you, sweetheart. I don't pretend to know your history. All I know is what you have shown me. But yeah, and in the little that you have shown me, yeah, it all has been positive, but it's been towards like me. But I heard you say some shit that made me reconsider even speaking to you. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was, sis. Um, and they say that you are a black person. I mean, that makes it even worse. But it was disturbing. Like it was along the lines of what we call New Mexico here. And you were talking about black people and the spaces that they occupy and how they cannot share space over, that you don't hold space for black people over in your channel. Like it was like real, like racially charged. And it bothered me because you went into this whole lynching thing. And that's my whole pet peeve. Like that shit riles me up. And you're mentioning like nooses and stuff like that. And I don't care how you came into this world or the race of your parents, but I only hear that from like supremacists. Like that wasn't even what we call racist speech. That was like supremacist speech, like along the lines of some superiority thing, like where are your walking papers, where are your freedom papers type shit. Like you took it back to that. It's nothing entertaining to me about that. So that's why, and the persons who I'm on for chat, I didn't speak to you, and I hope we don't clash in the future because of this new change of mine. It's a change in me, but yeah, like information is transforming. I didn't have that information. Like that really it did something to me, like listening to you. Like I wanted to tell them like, all right, stop. I had enough. I heard enough. But they couldn't because they already pressed play. So I don't pretend to know all these people backgrounds, but when something like that comes, I don't care if I don't call nobody a twin or a bestie on here, but let's say that I did. If you are my twin or my bestie and someone pulled up that those type of receipts, I mean, it rattled my spirit. But those type of receipts, I'm going to have a talk with you. And so me and you never had that talk, and that's the only thing, Empress Janet Wonderland. We never even had that talk. Now, like after they played it, some things did come back, and I said, wait a minute. I do remember this being played before, and I remember where it was played, but I did not know your name then, sis, and I had no idea they was talking about you. Like that was your voice saying this shit to black people, and I'm like wondering, like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Like honestly, like it went beyond like the racist shit when I hear like monkey nigga bitch and excuse my words, I don't even talk like this. But it went beyond that type rate. It went along the lines of like some supremacist shit. Like where the fuck is she from? Like wait a minute, let me look into this chat, you guys. Hey, welcome, no name Gypsy, Nubiology, Dr. Soapy, living my best life. Hey, 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 living my best. And my boo. Yeah, I'm thinking hey in the ghetto view. How are you? This is my first time seeing you. Ghetto view, like I followed you for so many fucking years. Like you go way back. I know you probably wondered, you probably thought that I know you from the beef sector. Hell no, I know you being on here doing your reviews, okay? Years before I even knew of a beef sector. But welcome. But yeah, so that would be my issue with my, and I don't think like even on some professional shit, I can't push myself to be like speaking to someone that in my mind, like I have you pegged, I have you dubbed down to like a New Mexico. I'm like, so no, I'm not going to speak no more. Until we have some talk or I get some clarity, like on what the like what are your thoughts on black people keep saying you are black and I'm like really um but I'm thinking like you're a white supremacist in blackface if that's the case. So we would have to talk about that. There was one other thing. Hey, by request 99, it's good to see you. Um, let me see. I'm always in your bushes. Thank you. I had no idea. Thank you. But yeah, you go way back. I remember you from the Ghetto View back from Nina. Remember Nina? Much love from KY. But I remember you going back that far. I used to watch all you guys. And you had like Angel, even though like I don't, he didn't do reviews, but you remember Angel and all that shit. But yeah, let me not get off because it was one other thing that I think I'm going to forget. Why I came on here. I'm like, what was the big thing? And I'm thinking I am gonna remember, but if I sit around for a second, I mean, I'm thinking I am gonna forget, but if I sit around for a minute, I may remember. It was the probably the bigger. Oh, I do know it. Hey y'all, crack is a hell of a drug. I recommend you guys staying away from it. Okay, don't do what I do. Okay, but Miss Rhonda Edwards, I'm getting a bad vibe from you, Rhonda. And I'm thinking, and I could be totally wrong. I know you're probably thinking like, where is this coming from? I'm a whole empath on here, and I go off of energy, and I'm keep sensing this energy like you're gonna try me, or that you're trying to find space to try me, and I don't have like overwhelming or outright evidence to show this shit because like all you give me is niceties when you do acknowledge me, and it's like, hey, I like you. Hey, how are you? And it's just like that. And I say hi and I say hello back to you, whatever. And like recently, you even been saying like, you have watched a couple of videos of mine. But sis, it's something you're doing, or at least tried to do yesterday in the yeah, in the camp or chat that I was in. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And the war between what you were calling the gays and the black gays and the black women. I don't like that, especially when I feel like you're lying. And when you said that, and I'm like, where at? Like, because I'm good with my people. It's like, where are you talking about? I don't like when y'all put out that broad brush thing that y'all do when y'all paint with a broad brush, and you yeah, like you're on some like what is alarmist shit? Like you're like alerting all of these individuals and making it seem like it's a this big polarized thing between two communities, and those communities, one of them representing the black gay community and the other one representing the black women community. And but when I asked you to name names, and that was to you, Rhonda, when I said, well, what are the names? Like, because I don't see evidence of what you're trying to promote. And I feel like your narrative is spinning and it's dangerous because it hits I could tell you're trying to get someone else hit, but what I'm telling you is it hits other people. It hit other women who had nothing to do with the bullshit that's going on, and it hit other black gay men. And here's something that and this shit is ongoing. It's like a revolving door with the gay blacks are attacking the black women. That shit is revolving. It's like on a belt, whatever, a conveyor belt. It seems like a revolving door. And if it's not you saying that, it's another person. When it's time, when y'all call it the task to actually name names, you guys bail out. Okay, y'all become marathon runners, and it's like, no, where are you going? Like, you haven't named the names. I need you to name names when people do that, because once you name the names, we're going to see that it's not a black woman against the black gays thing. It's a black gay individual against a black woman individual thing, isn't it? Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Isn't it the truth that it's not a community against a community thing? And that's what you were doing when you was running about. And I don't like it because I happen to be of both. I'm black and I'm gay. And here's something that I catch: no matter how repeated is done, when black lesbian women who are homosexual, when they clash with black women here, how come y'all never say black gay against black women then when it happens to be a gay woman? I know that you only do this, you guys only do this with males, and it's sickening. And it's not a community thing. No one's seeing evidence of this shit. Me and my people are right. Like, we never fell out because I guess it goes to James Caldwell that you're trying to get at, but because James clashed with somebody. Hell, I could be clashing with, if I clash with James, what would you call it then? It would be a "yeah, I mean" against James thing. But you guys aren't satisfied with like some of these individuals that be getting at y'all. I'm not gonna rush to say that y'all affected, but it seems that way because you're trying to make it into a community thing when it's not necessary, and you're trying to gaslight those people that's not going. Right, pretending like something's wrong with them or that they just don't, they're too stubborn to acknowledge it. But there's nothing to acknowledge in terms of communities. And that's my issue. That's one of my issues, sis. And then Rhonda, I'm not gonna like I do talk, I do speak back to you, and I do say hello back to you. And that is purely out of courtesy. But I get to hear the words that you say whenever a black homosexual clashes with someone and you don't like that black homosexual. Let's say you're just in the audience. I get to see what you type, sis. I'll be logging. Especially when I see your name. And I'm not going to put you out there, but I have seen your name in the chat of a person that's taboo in this area. And if I mention his name, you probably would be mad at me, but it's public. And like recently, like within the past week. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know she frequent over here. And I happened to went back on his like his videos like the day before, and I was seeing you there too. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm not gonna make that the issue. But I had question marks around you, but I do speak to you. Like I say hello back. I'm very nice to you and I'm very cordial, but I'm thinking like, you gonna try me? And it's probably based on your track record here. You probably never will try me, but I'm thinking, because you tell me you like me, but I don't believe you. But I'm thinking like, is she trying to like make me take down my guard? Like she's trying to get close and try to catch me with my guard down or something. That's how I perceive it, and I'm just being honest. And a lot of it does happen. Here's what happened when you Rhonda, when you argue with homosexuals. The stuff that you says, it hits me because you're not wise enough or sophisticated enough to cater and to tell it your drags, your rips, your reads, your woo bang, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're not smart enough, or you don't have the emotional intelligence to actually cater it to the individual that you're going back and forth with. And perhaps that's the reason why you think it's this community thing, like only dealing with men. Like, no, the second gay male clashes with a woman does not mean it's this polarized community thing where it's the gays against the women. No, like no more than when, and there's a lot of lesbians here, they are homosexuals. Hello? I gotta keep reminding y'all that lesbian means gay. Okay, so yeah, when gay women, they clash with women down here all the time, and I never hear that the gay women are after the women. So you motherfuckers, it's your biases that creep and that influence you guys to feel comfortable doing that every time in my mind, from my view. Because I don't see it. I don't see no balance of this community thing against community, and it's not necessary. I know over here all is well. Like I have not felt out with any women over here. Sure, I felt out with women in the sector, but like women that come over here, like no, and other places that I go to too. But I'm just pointing out that you guys don't bother to do the gay thing when a lesbian woman clashes with a woman over here. You know, I never seen that. I've been out here for years. I've never seen that. Like, oh, the lesbians are poisoning themselves up against us. This is what you guys say against the males. Oh, they position. Oh, they posting up. Like we out there. Like what? If they are, they skipping me in their meeting because I never got the memo that I'm supposed to be attacking black women. Okay, like I never got that memo, or that I'm supposed to be like have animosity towards them. You know, Rhonda, I don't think you like me. Like I'm just telling you that because I know like recently you've been like, oh, I like you. Like I don't believe you. Like with the stuff I heard you say about homosexual, I do not get an exemption card. I am not special in that. The shit that you say that you think is solely applying to whoever homosexual you're arguing with, you're hitting an entire community with the way you go about. I'm thinking that war is in your head, and it's real because it's probably fueled by whatever feelings you have about homosexuals. uh, you be slapping entire communities. I'm like, what did I do? Like, I'm just looking for the entertainment. Like, you just be hitting whole, like, innocent people with your mouth and the way you go about. But I don't believe you, Rhonda, when you tell me you like me. But you don't have to convince me neither, because I am so not special. You know, but it was just something I wanted to say. I'm like, these people gonna think I'm a flip flopper because I was once talking to them and saying hello, and I was once going in chat saying, "Oh, I like Empress Janet Wonderland." Yeah, I did, but I had information um that transformed me. Like I couldn't ignore the information. It was your voices, and I can't get with the racialized shit you were saying. Like it really did sound along the lines of some like slave capture shit. I'm like, why would you go to lynchings and why would you mention nooses in regards to black people? Like, we would have to have that discussion. It's not something I could talk to you in the chat about. That's it. And that's all. Let me look to see if I haven't forgotten anybody. Let's see. Message rejected. Okay. I'm thinking I said, oh, so bomb. Hey, how are you? I'm thinking that's the only person I may have missed. Oh, detach myself. Okay, damn, this chat gone. I'm Mr. Light. Hey guys, I press this live and I just rant. Okay, I let the rants out. But that's it, you know. So no, I'm not a. It's not a flopping situation. I don't know you, sis. We never built anything. I'm talking about Empress Janet, like, and I got some information. Like I had no idea you think that way about black folk. I had no idea. I had no idea, and you sound like you meant it. Okay. So it didn't even sound like yeah, like you BSing. Like it sounded like you meant that shit. I'm like, oh. So I don't know. You guys could tell me. Hey, Alana, I'm about to get out of here. Alana. And Alana, you know what you never explained to me neither. You had left. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it today, but you remember I had asked you a question in regards to my name. In regards to my name, so a while ago, and you never answered me. But yeah, that's something I always think about when I see you type my name. I'm like, why? Why did you do that? Like, are you reading me? It's a question. Like, are you shading me when you do that, Alana? You never answered me. And I told you guys I could ask fucking questions without attacking people. See, I just because The y'all know the narrative was when it came to Trish who attacked me, like, yo, like you couldn't have just asked her like what did she mean, like when she passed judgment. Like, sure, I ask people all the time what do they mean, but she don't get that card. I don't have that background with her. Like, she's never been warm to me, like, at all. Let me see. Hey, Auntie Donnie. Passionately gangster. Hey. Um, but that's it. Um, I'm about to get out of here, you guys. Thanks so much for entertaining. If you haven't caught it, I spoke about me switching up on Empress Janet by not no longer like really saying hello based on some receipt that was dropped. And I couldn't ignore it. It was just that powerful, you guys. I was over here shaking in the corner. Like it was just that powerful. And I was like, oh. And but I never pretended like I knew her like the back of my hand. I mean, you only hey, you guys, these, yeah, how, what we call knowing someone here. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all know how that goes. That means what you see of them in the chat, the exchanges you have. If you're if they click links, you know, which the majority doesn't, you know, but you know what you can gather from that personality. That's it. That is it. Oh, and if you build, like, sure, like it can go beyond, like in terms of networking and what people call YouTube shit, if it's really that, you know. But some of that, or like behind the scenes shit, what people call behind the scenes. But of course, I don't have that relationship with her, or really like most of the majority, like nobody really. So that's it. That's it. So of course it's limited. When we say, "Oh, I know that person," what we're doing is we're reflecting back on our history with that person, our exchanges with that person, you watching that person exchange with others. Like that's all we're saying, unless you know particular people. You know, I only had like one guest on my plan that I actually know. I don't know from here. I know in real life. That was Helmet Head Gold. So, but I'm about to get out of here, you guys. Please like the video. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe early. Thank you guys so much for entertaining me and listening to me. And I'm sorry, I was on my rant shit, so I did look in the chat to gather names, but not to really read messages. So in other words, somebody could have been dragging the fuck out of me. Okay, and I would get no fucks. Okay. Let's see. No name Gypsy. So bomb. Hey Michi Black. How are you? Welcome. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna say hi and goodbye. Hi. Hi and goodbye. No, what is it? Hi. I like you, goodbye, and goodbye, bitch. Or some shit like that. Let's get it. I can't even remember it now. Oh, I know it. Hi, fuck you, and goodbye. Peace out.